I always wake up before my alarm, but this morning the silence is wrong. You know how you get used to the background noise of a neighborhood? Someone's car starting, dogs barking, the old lady next door slamming her screen door at exactly 6:47 every day? Today, nothing. I check my phone, expecting the regular string of memes from my best friend Alex, or a reminder from Mom about trash day, but all I see are yesterday's notifications. My battery is full, my phone works, nobody is saying anything new. It's a Wednesday, so I go through the motions. Cereal, cold coffee, scrolling through feeds. I watch the news on TV, but it's the same stories looped over. Nothing about our town, except a weather warning that makes no sense. Stay indoors if you can. Outbreak in progress. Outbreak of what? It cuts out, jumps to some local ad for a mattress store. I think, okay, maybe someone hacked the station. But then, on my street, a military van is parked 2 houses down. Big, gray, with the engine running. No soldiers outside, just idling. And there's a weird, metallic taste in the air when I step out to grab the mail, but that's probably my brain making it up because now I'm on edge. It's when I see it. The neighbor's dog Brutus, usually a maniac, just lying on the front lawn, panting hard, drooling something red. His owner, Mrs. Dorsey, is nowhere. There's a trail of blood on the sidewalk. Not a huge puddle, but enough to make me freeze. I want to walk away, pretend I never saw it, but instead I pull my hoodie up, keep my head down, and hurry back inside, locking the door, double-checking the latch for the first time in years. I try calling Alex. Straight to voicemail. I text, "Hey, you seeing this?" No answer. The group chat is dead. Nobody posting since late last night, which isn't normal for us. Even Emma, who can't go an hour without sharing TikTok videos, is quiet. I try Mom. She picks up, but all I hear is static and then her voice really far away just saying my name. "Chris?" And then nothing. I try again. The line is dead. The bars on my phone vanish and come back, but there's no real connection. The more I try, the more I realize every app is lagging or frozen. The Wi-Fi icon blinking like it's fighting for life. I unplug and restart the router, but nothing changes. Outside, the van is still running. No one moves. My hands are shaking now. I know it's stupid, but I start thinking about that warning, the news, and my stomach drops. I stand at the window and watch as a man in a hospital gown stumbles past the van. Barefoot, head hanging, one arm dragging like it's broken. He's got the wrong kind of walk. Not drunk, not sick, but like something's wrong deep inside. He passes the mailbox, stops, and just stands there. I don't breathe. He looks up, his eyes glassy, mouth slack. Blood stains his chest. Then he keeps moving, vanishing around the corner. I want to tell someone. I want to call the cops, but my phone won't work, and when I try to email myself a message, just so there's a record of what I'm seeing, the laptop freezes and reboots itself. It's like everything's shutting down. I check the news again, but every channel is playing the same ad, the same warning on a loop. Stay inside, outbreak in progress. I text my dad who lives across town just a single word, help. It sends, but I never get a reply. The neighborhood is way too quiet and every small sound makes me jump. I hear a loud crash next door, like glass breaking, but when I peek out, all I see is the military van, and for a split second, a soldier inside looks straight at me through the window. He doesn't move, doesn't blink, just stares, then turns away. I drop the curtain, feeling watched. I know I sound paranoid, but something's happening. Not the kind of thing you ever think will reach your town. This place is supposed to be boring, but I lock all the doors. I dig out the old baseball bat from under my bed. I fill water bottles, pack up some food, just in case. I want to believe I'm being crazy, overreacting, but my heart says this is the only smart thing I've done all day. It's starting. I don't know what it is or how bad it'll get, but whatever's going on out there, It's not just in the news anymore. It's here. The night feels endless. I try not to look at the clock, but every few minutes I glance anyway, praying for sunrise, like it might reset all of this, like daylight will fix what's broken. Instead, things just get stranger. The TV flashes nothing but the warning, the phone stays silent, and the hum of the military van outside grows louder. I think about opening the curtains, but can't bring myself to do it. The silence is heavy, pressed down on my chest. I eat cold Pop-Tarts because I don't want to risk using the stove. Every sound outside makes me freeze, my hands wrapped so tight around the baseball bat that my knuckles ache. I keep thinking about Brutus, about Mrs. Dorsey, about the man in the hospital gown and how he looked right through me. I keep thinking about my dad and how he never replied. At some point, I realize I'm not alone. There's a shuffling sound from the apartment below, heavy feet dragging, a thud against the wall. I know the old couple downstairs, Mr. and Mrs. Flynn. They're always home, always arguing. But there's no arguing now. Only slow, clumsy movement. Then a cough, but it's not normal. It's a wet, rattling, choking sound that makes my skin crawl. I press my ear to the floor and hear a low groan, like someone in pain. I want to help, but something inside me says stay away. I wedge a chair under my doorknob, just in case. When the power goes out, it's sudden. Everything blinks, the fridge dies, the router goes dark. I grab my phone, the flashlight flickers, the battery drops fast. I try texting again, nothing goes through. I try to call Alex, then Mom, then Dad, but all I get is dead air. I listen at the window, straining for any sound, and finally I hear it, a voice calling for help. Faint, desperate, coming from the parking lot. I know that voice. It's Alex. I run to the door, but I don't open it right away. My heart is pounding. Through the peephole, I see Alex staggering across the lot, clutching his arm, blood streaming down his sleeve. Behind him, something moves. Slow, jerky, like the hospital guy from before. It's Mrs. Flynn, or what used to be her, shambling after Alex with a gaping mouth and dead eyes. Alex screams, "Chris, let me in, please." My hands are shaking as I pull the chair away and unlock the door. Alex bursts inside, slams it behind him, and we both collapse on the floor. He's sweating, pale, his eyes wild. He shows me his arm, bitten, deep and ugly, skin already turning a sick color. "She came at me out of nowhere," he whispers. "I tried to run, but she was fast, not normal. Chris, I don't feel right. I want to help, but I don't know what to do." I wrap his arm with an old towel, tie it as tight as I can. He's shivering. I grab the first aid kit, but it's useless. The blood won't stop. He looks at me, scared, like he knows what's coming. "If I start acting weird," he says, "you have to lock me out. Promise me, man." Suddenly, Mrs. Flynn slams against the door. Alex jumps. I shove the chair back under the knob, heart racing. More footsteps echo in the hallway. Someone moans. We're trapped. I look at Alex, his lips turning blue, sweat pouring down his face. He grabs my wrist, hard, and for a second his eyes aren't right. Distant, glazed, not Alex. Then he blinks, and he's back. "We have to get out," I say. He nods. We pack what we can. Water, snacks, the bat, a flashlight. Alex can barely walk, leaning on me, gritting his teeth. I force the window open and we climb onto the fire escape. The night air hits us like a slap. Below, the parking lot is chaos. People running, some limping, some attacking each other. The military van's doors are open, empty. I see soldiers, but they're not helping. They're fighting off people, shooting at anything that moves. We scramble down, stick to the shadows. Alex is breathing hard, stumbling every few steps. I keep looking at his arm, terrified. There's blood everywhere, screams echoing from all directions. It doesn't feel real. We dodge past cars, nearly trip over a body sprawled across the sidewalk. Alex sobs. "Don't let me turn into one of them, please." We make it out of the lot, past the chaos, duck into an alley behind the old pizza place. I can hear gunfire, sirens, alarms, but it's all muffled by fear. Alex slumps against the wall, shaking. I can't leave him, but I know, deep down, I might have to. This isn't just an infection. It's something else. The way Mrs. Flynn moved, the way Alex's wound looks, the way the world feels suddenly hollow and wrong. The rules are different now. The dead aren't just dead. They change, and maybe we will too. I hold the bat tight. I promise myself I'll keep Alex safe, or I'll do what he asked. But when I look at him, I see it. His eyes losing focus, his breathing getting ragged, his grip on my arm too strong, inhuman. I know what's coming. I know I'm not ready. But nobody is. Alex starts seizing. It's not just a shake, it's violent, his body slamming against the grimy alley bricks. I try to hold him down, but his strength comes in waves, not human, almost tearing my arm out of its socket. His eyes roll back, and for a second he goes still, limp, like he's dead. I want to scream for help, but the world is past help. I kneel next to him, gripping the bat like a lifeline, sweat pouring down my face. Then Alex's eyes snap open, and for one moment, I think maybe he's okay. But he isn't. He's gone. His face changes, slack, jaw hanging at a wrong angle, a sound coming out of his throat that isn't a word, just a guttural moan. He lunges at me, teeth snapping. I don't even think. I swing the bat, desperate, and catch him across the side of his head. It's sickening, the crack, the blood. He collapses, but he's still twitching, hands clawing for my leg. I step back, chest heaving, and hit him again. The second time he goes still for real. I can't cry. I can't scream. I just stand there, breathing, knowing I just killed my best friend. It's not safe here anymore. I hear more shuffling, the wet slap of feet in the alley, and low moans growing louder. I grab Alex's bag and leave him behind. There's no time for goodbye. I run, ducking beside dumpsters, through backyards and over fences, bleeding from a scrape on my arm, barely feeling it. My legs shake, but adrenaline keeps me going. Every shadow looks alive. At the corner, I see a family barricading themselves in their minivan, the dad screaming for his wife to lock the doors as someone pounds on the glass from the outside. I don't stop. I cut across the empty playground behind the elementary school, past a slide with fresh blood smeared down the side. The world feels wrong, too quiet, but filled with these animal noises, people and not people. I get to the strip mall, looking for a place to hide, but the supermarket windows are shattered. Someone inside is begging for help, but then the voice cuts off, replaced by the ugly sounds of chewing and gurgling. I run again, not looking back. I remember my mom's old house on the edge of town with the heavy shutters and a basement. It's a stupid idea, but it's the only one I have. I stick to back roads, keeping low, every sense screaming at me to run, hide, fight, repeat. Once, a car barrels past, packed with people, a kid pressed up against the window, eyes wide and terrified, mouth moving like he's screaming for help. The car doesn't stop. I make it to the house. I smash the window with the bat and crawl inside, locking everything behind me, piling furniture in front of doors. I find a flashlight, some canned food, an old revolver in the desk, my dad's, left behind after the divorce. I load it with shaking hands. I don't know what I'll do with it, but it feels better than nothing. All night I listen to the chaos outside, Sirens, gunshots, screams, and sometimes that same low, wet moaning. My mind spins. What am I now? What will I do when someone comes? I think about what happened to Alex, about what I did. There's no one left to trust, no one to help. Just me, a gun, and the sound of the end of the world banging at my door. I sit with my back against the wall, waiting for morning, knowing that if I survive, it's only because I've changed. Whatever comes next, I'm not the same person who woke up yesterday. I'm something else now.